Hey, mini bike friends, it's Dan Przowski from allaboutminibikes.com. Maybe Przowski Motors if we get producing these mini bike frames that we're trying to produce and make in quantity eventually. But today what I want to talk about is how you can get what you need for your vintage mini bike, or actually even a mini cycle too, and how I accidentally stumbled upon this. Now, first off, the thing that most people do is they will go to a swap meet, for instance, and that's really good. Go to a mini bike swap meet, a motorcycle swap meet, or just a big flea market. Of course, the further you get away from it being exactly what you're going to, say if you go to a mini bike meet, of course, you're going to find more than just going to a motorcycle meet or even just a flea market, but you kind of know that. And some people will go on to Marketplace and they'll look. And that's a great thing to do. You can go on Marketplace and look, but man alive, it just really, really gets hard to do that because you have locations all over that you really can't even get. Say you're in California, you might not see what's in Colorado or New Zealand or Ohio or anything like that. Another way people do, they go onto the Facebook pages of groups and they kind of look that way, which is okay. But again, you're kind of like going through looking for a needle in a haystack. And so how I did this accidentally or found out is I have both my Facebook page, All About Mini Bikes, and my YouTube page called All About Mini Bikes channel. And what happened is I found that I would just write and talk about something. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and write and talk about something, but you see somebody like me out there posting something, and I'll give you for instance, let's just take it that it's my Minico Ramjet, because this is what happened. First thing I ever talked about, I had it, I was happy, but it did not have these emblems. It didn't have those emblems on there. And I started talking about it. I said, yeah, I can't find these anywhere. Believe it or not, somebody from another country said, hey, I can make those for you. And literally they did. And the first couple that they sent me were for the Trailjet because they must have heard me talk about that. I said, oh man, I'm sorry. I got a Ramjet. No problem. Again, all they had asked for was the dimensions. And they sent me, I think it was 8 of them, 8 emblems or something. Absolutely free. Didn't want anything. Couldn't even pay them back. And so then when that happened, again, didn't think about it. I thought, well, that's a stroke of luck. Well, I started talking about the forks. My springs were shot. They'd bottom out. If you ever watch my videos where I'm off-road riding, you hear them going clank, clank, clank. And then somebody said, hey, you can go get their springs. And I looked all over, took everybody's hint and that, and nothing. I bought some springs, nothing, because these are really high compression springs. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, some guy from another country says, I know I have something that'll work for that. I'm like, well, I don't know. I know everybody has a size, but they do not have the PSI, the tensile that needs to be. Anyway, point of it is, he said, well, what's the ID and the OD? I gave it to him and forgot about it. And about 5 weeks later, I got over 3 feet of spring here, which is enough for 3 mini bikes. My brother's got the Trailjet. He needs his done. So we'll do them together. We'll do mine and his. I'll just measure these off. They'll have to go a little longer because, as you can see, these here are really wore out. They're tucked in tight. They're beat. They've lost their suspension. They lost. So those 2 things for the Ramjet, I was just talking about. But again, other people will comment, and that's what you need to do. You need to comment on things when you go out there, or you post pictures on these sites. They allow you to post pictures. Don't just go out there and say, hey, I need this, I need this. Talk about the bike. Somebody else may have an interest or know about it. The whole thing is you've got to get people to look at it. If you take a look at this memorabilia I have here, this was all given to me by somebody, a really good friend now. We met at a swap meet. He liked my stuff. He always watched my YouTube videos or my Facebook, whichever it was, because I had Facebook first, and sent me all kinds of stuff. And like, hey, here's for instance, I didn't even know these cars existed. He sent me this, but I actually saw now 2 of them, I think it was, on Marketplace for sale. One was complete and the other one was just the shell. Amazing. I didn't even know about it, but I did learn about it. So everything here came that way. And so what you need to do if you want to get your vintage parts, because I've got other things, I won't go through it all. I've got other things, but all I do is I go out there and I post and I talk about them. I don't even ask, maybe I just talk about something that's needed. And I will end up getting pieces, or somebody will direct me in the put me in the direction that I need to go. And that's what you need to do. Because if you just try going and searching, that's like finding a needle in a haystack. You need to get on some of the sites. A lot of people found people through mine because I would post pictures, talk about things. Someone else would talk about it. And then someone else would say, hey, I have that part, or I know where you can get that part. They're just directing them. My Facebook page is not something to post bikes or to sell, and it isn't. It's just that people comment, and when they comment about something in particular, then they can help somebody out. And that's how you do it. Again, go to Marketplace, go to these places like that, and do the search, but post pictures mostly on sites, or comment on other people's, because those people can direct you to find the pieces that you need, the parts. I now know that I could get anything for any bike I have, because through doing that, I have people that send me, that literally send, hey, this here is for sale, this here is for sale there. They will PM me, or they know my email address and they'll do it through that. So I could get anything I want now, eventually, because there's just enough connections out there. And you just got to do the same thing. Be friendly with people. Post, talk, don't, and try to give back. That's what I do. I actually give back through the posts that I do and things that I'm trying to do. Same thing there. I got a new welder's coat. I did pay for I bought my welder's helmet, but I didn't pay for the coat or the gloves that are behind there either. It's just a good thing. A lot of people, these frames, how I got the pipe bender. Again, you can't do everything and you can't find everything. So usually somebody will come along and help you, because mini bikes are fun. People love vintage mini bikes. They like talking about them, and they like to see other people succeed in them too. So one of the things you can do here right now, comment down below. Talk about it. Talk about what you want or what you need or what you think other people need or whatever goes on. And then somebody may connect with you from that. That's one of the biggest things you can do right now, is put a comment in there that's a good, positive, and talk about bikes or how maybe you find something or don't find something. And you can help somebody else, and in return, that karma will come back and you will be helped too. Hey, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. If you have questions, pop them down there below. I will answer them as soon as I can. And help others to help yourself. Please share. And thanks for watching. And subscribe to any of our sites and all our sites. Thanks. Have a great day and ride those mini bikes.